really coming from very, very low, if not, any marketing qualified leads from email as a channel before the relationship with you guys. So very happy.
So, Tom, if you could first just quickly introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your business.
Yeah, sure thing. Tom Zanoli with Starista. I'm the product marketing and demand generation director here at Starista. And I've been here now, it'll be 5 years coming up in the next month. A little bit about Starista. Starista was founded back in 2010, and we are a full service identity-driven marketing solutions company that targets brands and agencies. So what does that mean? So what that means is that we bring together everything that a brand or agency would need to execute a campaign, from the most important component, which is data to run the campaign for the audiences, email activation, and then we have a DSP, which is a demand side platform that we have for digital activation and specialize in CTV advertising. So, we like to say, it's one throat to choke that we can do it all, and a lot of our customers, do have us do it all, but a lot of them just may do, one or two of kind of the core products that we offer.
Awesome, great background. So, Tom, how long have we been working together?
We've been working together probably, I think, 5 months. 5 months now. We started a pilot trial with you guys at the beginning of January, and we just executed a longer term agreement based on the success that we've had during the pilot.
Awesome. And so, what would you say you guys were doing before working with us?
Probably, before working with you guys, we were sending out, and we still do, we send out marketing emails ourselves. So we have really large audiences. We have audiences the sizes of, a couple 100,000, for B2B companies, for B2C companies, and for agencies. So we send those out. We send a lot of emails out every month, as you can imagine. And the problem with doing that is that we were sending the same message to the CMO of a pet food brand that we were sending to a marketing person at an auto dealership. So they were getting the same message, obviously, in two completely different verticals with two completely different set of problems and two completely different types of messages that would likely resonate with those audiences. So that's the thing. Everything that we were doing was just more kind of mass marketing to the audiences. And that was the main, I guess that was the main problem, but that's what we were doing before.
Got you. And so what would you say made you decide to start working with us?
Well, Papa, back when we first met, one of the things that really resonated with us is something that we talked about a lot, but we're never actually able to execute internally, is that, wanting to do really, smaller volume targeted campaigns against, particular verticals. And, you guys use the message, the term message market fit, which, I use that term all the time now. And that's really what the campaigns that we've been running with you are all about, that, we're sending personalized messages based on vertical. So if I mentioned before, if it's an auto dealership, if it's a brand, so based on vertical that the prospect is in, and then also what the job title they are. So if they're a CMO, they're getting some different messaging than they are if they're just a marketing manager. So this is market fit component that really resonated with us, and the results kind of delivered. The first 4 or 5 months, very happy with the results and the way things are trending.
How would you describe the results that you guys have achieved?
I'd say the results have been really good. I compare the results. We do. I'm over demand generation, so I manage a lot of different channels. From Google Ads, email. We do a lot of advertising on social. So we spend a fair amount of budget on demand generation. So I compare it to what our costs are across those other channels to get a qualified lead. And working with you, the volume that we've been getting in comparison to those other channels is really good. And like I said, that we're coming from really coming from very, very low, if not any marketing qualified leads from email as a channel before the relationship with you guys. So very happy.
So Tom, what areas of your business or life have been improved since we started working together?
I think the biggest benefit is just obviously kind of the increase in the number of qualified leads that I'm able to pass off to the sales team. And we get feedback after every meeting that they have to measure the quality of the meeting. So the quality has been good. The feedback from the sales team has been good. So that's a big benefit. As far as like what makes it easier for me, just the way that you take information that we give to you about our products and services, and you're able to, based on your experiences, being able to take that message and put in and build a sequence of messages for a campaign for a particular vertical that resonate with that particular vertical without losing or exaggerating the context of what exactly our product or differentiators are. So that's really helped, because I think that's something that I don't say we struggle with, but like I mentioned before, we send a lot of marketing emails and there's a lot of good content in those emails, but they're not necessarily specific.
Looking at the big picture, what would you say the overall impact of working with us has been?
I think the overall impact has been very good from a standpoint of the key results that we're measuring the success by, which is the number of meetings and the opportunities that are being opened from those meetings. So we haven't had any closed won deals just because the relationship hasn't been that long. The sales cycle is so long for our services. But like I said, the overall impact is just in the volume of quality meetings, and subsequently, we're getting a percentage of those that we're getting opportunities open, which very optimistic that many of them will ultimately turn into those won deals and new revenue for Servista. So just overall is that, like I said, email was just a channel that we haven't had a lot of success with in the past. And now, we're being more successful, and I expect it to kind of continue to scale where it'll be, it may not be on par with, what we're getting from Google Ads or some of the other channels, but it's going to be kind of a viable channel for us moving forward, where in the past it's never really produced a whole lot for us.
Could you recall, or maybe has there been a specific moment when you felt our partnership was really working well?
Yeah, I think just working with you both, just within the first a couple months, that we didn't get a lot of results within the first month or two, which is to be expected. But I kind of saw where everything was going, and all the work and all the attention to detail that you both put into what we were doing. I knew we were on the right path, and the results would start coming in, and that's kind of exactly what happened. And I think we have everything kind of set up as far as call the infrastructure on how we're kind of working together, that things are really starting to click and just going to continue to improve. So, and that's why I would never measure the results as far as the number of meetings that we got like the first month of a trial or the second month necessarily, but because I know it takes time to kind of get the relationship and get things in place. And I think I could see that early on working with you both, that the level of knowledge that you have around what you do and the expertise, and you have great software and great tools that you use, but just kind of the business side of the expertise has been really helpful for us.
How likely would you be to recommend this, and why do you think someone should take action on this right now?
I'd highly recommend you go. And I think to take action is that, I mean, say there's really nothing to lose, because we're a very, not say unique company, but I mean we're a B2B company that sells premium products to a very, I won't say niche audience, but we're targeting primarily B2B companies and agencies. So that's not easy compared to selling something on the B2C side. So I would say that the success that you have with us, and like I said, we're probably an outlier and probably one of the maybe more, I'll say, complicated partners that you might have, but doing what you have done and having success for us, I think we'd be able to do even better with probably other companies.